Hey guys, Matt here from Network Empire. Just wanted to give you guys a few updates of what's coming out very soon. I'm really excited about these and they're super cool. So for the guys that are new to the group in Work Hub, I'm just going to quickly walk you through the process and give you a top level overview of why we built DMT and for the general public who's also interested in this. But essentially, the big idea of DMT is not to make another keyword tool. There's enough of those around do all those kind of things. I didn't want to recreate the wheel. I wanted a tool that got us to the end result as fast as possible, giving us a trusted source of information that we can use so we can get to work. Okay, so if you look at what we've done, we're scraping the web from Google, we're getting Google's results, we're basically using APIs from different resources where guys specialize and are trusted for what they output, like SEMrush, like Ahrefs, and all those different types of tools. We've been integrating these APIs into DMT so that the stuff that we do, we can make it into a process and automate it so you can get to the end result fast, and also the results that you're using just from a trusted source. Okay, you can apply a lot of people that are in the SEMrush community. When they look at those numbers, anything that SEMrush says you can apply to your marketing if they're one of the people that you follow or lead. So let me walk you through the process. Over the last few months, we started off and we called the dashboard, then we had profiles, then we had projects. So as we've been refining things and really getting more and more close to the digital marketing blueprint, we've changed that profiles concept into the digital marketing blueprint, because for one profile you get digital marketing blueprint. So essentially we just called this is one of the updates, the digital marketing blueprint. So when you click on that, it's going to open up and show you all your blueprints that you've started. Okay, so when we click to best drones, what we've got here now is we're in the place with all our projects. Here's all the domains we've added, and there's a new control panel over here. So what you need to do is, if you've not made any updates, is go and update the description and make sure that you reselect the country, the search engine, the domain type, and just save it. And the way you do it, if you want to update it, is just through the update button over here, and you get a form similar to this. I'll just quickly explain what we've done here and changed so you guys can see where we've done. Two important things. One, we started classifying the sites. Two, we've integrated geolocale database for the whole world. So if you look at this, this is pulling back all the countries in the world. Under each of those countries, we have all the cities, all the towns, all the suburbs. Okay, and for the USA, we've got another database we can be introducing in our local module that introduces all the geographical specifications for the households. So you can see by city how many households and how much cool information is there. But more on that later. But we're putting the foundations in place for that. And for our War2 generation, when we come to building out the War2 sites, these configurations that we set over here will be used later on down the line. So you want to select the domain type and specify if it's a competitor site, if it's your money, your primary website, or if it's a secondary primary like a blog or a wiki. Is it a social site like a blogger.com or a Tumblr site, or is it one of the automated sites where we auto-generate pages and create networks of sites that drive traffic back to our primary sites? That's what we're going to be building over there. So that classification tells us what type of site it is, but then also on the project, every time we add a domain, we can customize how much and how deep we want to drill down. So we've put some thresholds there because there's no need to keep on drilling in 10,000 keywords, and I'll explain why. So yeah, you can get the top 10,000 keywords from the domain that you're drilling into. You can get the top 1,000 keywords that are paid from that domain that's coming in. You can get the top 50 related competitors in paid and organic. You can get the top 50, 250 keywords. This is the settings that I use. If you do keyword research, I've got it set at 250. That gets me the top 250 phrase, top 250 related. It gets my competitors' keywords, gets their backlinks, it gets all the other stuff that's related there. And then video themes is when we do the video research, we look at all the keywords we got through our drill, we grab the top themes, and then we get 25 videos for each theme. So 10 themes times 25 gives you 250 videos across this keyword theme that you've drilled into. Okay, and when we're scraping the web and we're getting data from the search results incognito mode, this is basically the top 100 results. Okay, I would suggest just leaving it that way, and it'll get you a better data set back. So if you click into a project, it unlocks all the controls. Now The process, this is basically the process I go through. When I start a digital marketing blueprint, I add my top competitors, and it's usually the top three. I don't care if they got a footprint or not. I just add them to see if they got one. I don't want to have all my competitors. There's no point in doing that because everyone's targeting the same thing, which means you're going to start getting duplications of keywords across all the competitors, and there's no point in doing that. So just think to yourself, who's the strongest and who's got the loudest voice online. If you do a few Google searches, you can find out who the top guys are that way as well, and add them. Or if there's a market leader like DJI, this is the brand, these guys are selling their drones, I can basically buy wholesale and resell. So I would take them. They spend millions in market research. They know who their audience is, and I can tap into what they're doing. So if I add them and a few of the guys that are selling, it gives me a nice little segment of guys that are operating in the market, and I can see how they make money. That's what it boils down to. So I never add more than 4 or 5 top guys as domains. That unlocks the market research, which unlocks the whistleblower report, the DNA report, the domain analysis, where we can look at the themes and who their competitors are, who's related, who's bigger footprints in the market. The same for the semantic cluster. We can look at all the keywords that we found from all these competitors, their backlinks. If they've got professional SEOs working with them, you're going to pick up some really cool tricks just by analyzing those backlinks and following them all the way back. You potentially can even get backlinks where they're getting backlinks from. So that's cool. Buyer's intent. This is awesome. This gets us all the buyer's intent keywords back from the search. So if we've done some keyword research and we drill into a theme, I always start at the top of the vertical, and then I look down, and then I draw into the important segments. That's me. 4 or 5 drills, I'm done. I've got enough keywords to keep me busy. Over here you can see Best Buy, the brand, and the traffic, and roughly how much they would make if that was the conversions for your funnel. And you can change between the themes and put different funnels up, and it changes the values over here. But it also, you can start assigning numerical values to these words. How much money is in this market? How much traffic is flowing through it? How competitive is it? How am I going to use this in my story, right? So from market analysis, we can quickly see what are the big questions, how much value it has, what are the burning buyer's intent type of terms. By clicking on any of these variables here, we can see anything. So if you're selling digital products and people want trials, you can actually see how much search is associated, and that helps you think about it. So once you understand the market and you've got the themes and you see there's something that's missing, you can come and do some keyword research. So you click on keyword research, and you can see I've drilled into 2 themes. But basically I want to identify my theme as X. I want the search engine. I want to drill into this keyword. I like to add the Google My Business category. There's a cool little hack that I'm going to show you guys later on with the content module once it's released that helps us use the Google category and the keyword you're targeting as a combination to get a different keyword result back, which unlocks a lot of things for you. More on that later. Okay, so this is basically the form we fill in when we want to do keyword research. We bind a funnel to it, we drill it, and then once it's drilled, we get the segments, the theme keywords back, the competitors. You can see how strong the competitors are in the market, what's the domain authority. We can see all the keywords that the ranked pages have. Everything's prepped and ready, and we can also see all the keywords that we have that contain buyer drone, because we're in the buyer drone theme. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. And then we've got the theme videos, and it shows us all the top videos and the results for that. So if you look at what we've done, we've created a blueprint, we drilled into a few competitors, takes us 25 minutes. We start analyzing the results, say we maybe spend an hour over there. We drill into 2 more themes, each drill's typically 3 to 5 minutes, another 10 minutes spent getting the market segments. And while we've waited for those drills, we've already started adding keywords to our blueprint, right? So we've done our silos, we've mapped out our categories, all the important terms, we've tweaked the little headlines. It's just a rough draft, we're getting there. And now we come to the content architecture, right? So what's cool about this whole module is when you come to the content architecture module, it's focused on your blueprint that you've designed, and when you click on the keyword that you're interested in, if it's not been drilled, you'll basically see that this is blank, there's nothing in it. But before we get to the details, let me just walk you through this process. We've done all the work, we've analyzed the market, we've marked out our top level ideas. Okay, we've got a framework for the website architecture. This is all the URLs. This is how we believe our internal linking should work. At this stage, we want to think, okay, how are we going to create content and how we're going to drive traffic to these pages. If we create a page in our website, it's got to have some purpose and it's got to have some action, whether it's a phone call, whether it's filling in the form, whether it's pressing a button to buy something or to get into a funnel. But there has to be a purpose. So what we do to save you guys a lot of time is we've done all the work that you manually had to do before for you. Okay, so you'd come in here and you click draw blueprint. So what this will do is, as it grabs your blueprint, it'll check, has this keyword been drawn in the last 60 days? Yes or no? If it's older than 60 days, it'll delete that old record and bring back a fresh set for you. Else it'll move on to the next one and get you all the latest snapshots incognito mode of what's on the web right now. So if we're on drone and we open up the search features, what it shows us is top stories is the first 3 positions. Then we've got some organic, then we've got videos, then we've got some more organic, then we've got our local pack. Then we've got some more organic, and we've got people asking questions. So basically, in the top 30 features, snippets, the top 30 elements on that page, this is the secret combination that's driving it. And we can see the numbers over there. We also get to see the global, across our entire blueprint, what features are used the most globally for all the pages on our website blueprint. Now to see what we scraped, you can click on that link. It comes back and this is what we're basically looking at. Now I've got keyword keg on over here, so basically just ignore that and that. This is what we've scraped. This is the page layout. So we get to see all the stuff over here. What are the top 100 results? What has been searched? That's why I say keep it at 100 and it grabs this whole page for you and brings that intel for you very, very nicely, which is awesome. So now that we've got this information, we can unlock all the questions, we can see what people are asking, and as we're building our content template, we can essentially come in over here and start building this out. And it's as simple as just formatting your page, and when you export this, so we can go here H1, and if I need a headline to start off with, I can click on my organic results, and I want to do this here, stick that there, and as you can see, we can start dropping tokens in if we are doing stuff. If you're using plugins on WordPress that are tokenized and you know what they are and they're already pre-done, you can drop your tokens into your template so that when the page is created, the tokens are in place and that element gets exposed. Okay, on the feature snippet that we have over here, you can essentially put your title in and your feature snippet. With rank math, you can come over here and bind the excerpt, which is this here, to the featured snippet. So with the setting in rank math, we can just do that little tweak. That looks at the excerpt. We've put our featured snippet in there, and we can have a featured snippet for each of our pages, which, as you can see from our search result, that featured snippet is being ignored. It's only used 3 times on all the keywords we have. It's used 3 times globally from the research that we've done. So if we start optimizing there, it's a unique advantage that we have. So there's a lot of little things I want to show you guys as we're going along, and the process to do this is very simple. We add domains, we do keyword research, we map out the website architecture for our site, we come to our content architecture, we click draw the blueprint, we click generate DNA braid, and what that's going to do is going to run and fill in all the gaps. So we start seeing where the holes are in our marketing, in our blueprint, and we can come back and do a few more draws and then click generate DNA braid again. On the draw blueprint, that utilizes some credits. Based on your subscription, you'll get X amount of draws that you can do. And then on Generate DNA Braid, this is a tool we developed which does a very hard, complex process for you literally in minutes, so you don't have to do it. And then you have the best keywords where you just come down to the bottom and you put in what you want. Okay, and as a bonus, it gives you the spin tags or prepped and ready or comma separated words, which I use in tags or different tools. We can just copy and paste those things. So you can see our digital marketers toolbox is starting to give us everything prepped and ready in a structured, organized way for our blueprint. And with this article here, any of these ones here, what we I'm going to be highlighting in green, when you fill this information, it will get carried across when you import the XML for the video silo plugin. We're going to be doing huge updates on that as well. So yeah, I can make that a H2, and I can start getting the best things from this. So we've got searches, we've got questions, we've got buyer's intent. We can flip through the buyer's intent on the page. We've got the PPC ads, if there are PPC ads for this page. We've got the organic results. We've got the related keywords. So there's another little list. And we can just take this and really get the template done very, very quickly. Okay. Let's just get rid of that. And obviously our video headlines. If we've drilled into the keyword theme, you get the videos from the web, and then you also have the YouTube top videos if we've actually drilled into the theme over here. Right, so that's one of the parts. Now we've got generate TDF. So what's very nice about this is we're going to get the entities, the categories, the top topics, the broad topics, and we're going to get the specific topics. We're going to basically click on this button. So what we have here is two things. Rows dictates how much you see over here. So you can go from 0 down to 200 or X amount of keywords. You can open or expand. It starts with the most searches at the top or the highest position, and then the data drops descending. Searches. On the DNA braid parameters, I like to use 1,000. I start off with 1,000. Give me all the keywords that I can use in my H1 that contain the keyword drone that have more than 1,000 searches, and that gives me the contextual keywords because it's looking at all our competitors. So all the top keywords that we never thought of, it's going to bring those back and show it to us. Then for the H2s, I set it to 100. If you're in a market that's got less searches, you can tone these down. But typically H1, you want to always have more searches than your H2. And so we can start stacking the importance of the page. You can also specify by cost per click. I like to use 1 as a basic, as a minimum. I don't want low cost per click keywords. But anything greater than these or equal to these numbers is connected to the DNA braid button over here. The generate the tdf-idf button over here is associated with TextRaiser's API. You get 500 drills a day. Okay, so if you have less than 500 keywords in your blueprint, you can click on this and it'll run and it'll actually do a drill on all of those. Okay. Now we've got the relevance score, and when you hover over these, we've put TextRaiser's explanation of what that field does. But essentially, relevance is like Larry. It's how close is this keyword associated to the topic. Okay. The confidence is a score that TextRaiser uses to say how confident their algorithms are that this is a match, and that's a keyword between 0 and 10. Now you see I've got 4.55. It's anything greater than or equal to that number is my minimum threshold. The content score, basically 0 to 1. Broad topic, you can see 0 3, we're going a lower and a higher range. So for specificity, I want this higher, and for getting all the other topics, ancestral keywords, we go lower over here. So we set these, and simply all we're going to do now is click on this button, and I can either grab all the URLs from the domains. So I can come in here and say drone is the keyword. Sorry. I can say give me all the keywords that are in positions greater than, smaller than or equal to 5. The search is more than 100. And you see how as I'm doing this, I'm starting to get more and more pages. And I'm zooming in where the traffic is, and this list will get less and less and less. Okay, so let's just make this with an S. Okay, and you see how it's shrunk it down. So we can adjust these variables, and when we click build the profile, it's going to take those variables, it's going to take these domains that qualify for this, and it's going to go and draw them. It's going to bring back all the entities, all the categories, it's going to bring back all the topics, and that's going to become available for you in the content editor over here for each of the keywords that you've drilled into. So if you look at the process, it's as simple as create a blueprint, add your competitors or your own domain, do your keyword research into the themes that are important, map out your website architecture, come to your content architecture once that's mapped out, drill the blueprint, generate the DNA braid, generate the tdf-idf, and then you can click on View Blueprint, and it spits out the template, which basically gives you everything mapped out. So you can take this and give it to a client, you can print this, give it to your writers, you can copy and paste, and then the screens that we have over here are very, very useful. So we can see all the keywords. In this blueprint, we've got 10,756 keywords. In our themes, this is when we did our keyword research, we've got 1,600 keywords that are theme specific. Any node we click on or any filter we click on will show us the top results. We've got all the competitors, we've got the organic scrape, it gives us the related keywords, all the searches. If you need blog content, video content, there's all the questions being asked on the web. So if you look at what we have between the APIs, between scraping the web, between collating all the information, we've got a process that gets us everything very, very quickly. And within 20 minutes, that's roughly how I've explained this to you. You can go out and actually map out and build your website. So once that's done, we can publish, and then we can start turning things on. Now, obviously, your rankings take time, but you can start driving traffic because you have your war chest. It's all prepped and ready, and you can jump in between this, add, move, update, and it's only going to get refined. So the last thing I want to update you guys on is essentially the next module that's going to come out over here. I mentioned it earlier on, but this is our tracking module. This is where we take everything that we built, the DNA braid, the website architecture, the keywords that we're targeting, and we start tracking these keywords. Whatever's in our blueprint or associated with our blueprint will start getting tracked in Search Console. And we're going to have our tracking one over here, and this is our feedback loop, our intel. And the results and reports that we get back from this is going to go up to our dashboard. So when we log in, we'll select our blueprint, and the dashboard will come in, and we'll see our rank trackings, our local Google Map trackings, and our Search Console trackings, which is watching our clicks and which is watching our impressions. Now, when we watch the clicks and the impressions, this is where we can start really paying attention to our campaigns and what we're marketing at what stage in time. And then you start seeing in real time almost how your website's working. So I hope you guys like where this tool's gone. We almost finished. That last module is going to be the hardest module, but when it's completed, it's going to be deadly because we've got a deadly system with a feedback loop that helps us deploy and publish really, really quickly. You saw in the content template how we took elements, created a content template, published it, got it to the site, phoned the writers, said please go build those pages. They enhance that, they tell the story, and then whether you're doing your persuasion architecture or your calls to actions, those things get dropped on top of the content and you build them into your actual website. So guys, I hope you liked this video, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. That'd be great. If you want to speak to us, contact me through Skype, hit me through WorkHub, or just drop us an email through the website and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. But I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Take care.